but I don't think there's enough tracks. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. Super grindy. It took 2 days to get armor to 200. Really? Maybe I'm not doing it the right way. Or I was looking at the wrong guides, because I was looking at it today to get the void bent gear, and it looked like super grindy. Who are the annoying battle drums? Yeah, exactly. You don't care about non-existent story, but you care about the music. I play every MMO with music muted. Well, it's the same as, like, I don't care about it, right? Like, I do and I don't. It's the same as, like, these things are not defining things for me in the game. So, like, if the game doesn't have good music, I'll live. However, if the game does have good music, I will enjoy it more. It's the same stuff I said with Final Fantasy, right? Where, like, yes, stories do not mean everything to me. However, a good story makes it better. People who got to 200 getting mats funneled to them. Yeah, well, that's the smart thing to do, is to have like one person in your guild, in your company, get everything funneled to them so they can craft all the gear for everybody else. But the problem is, like, a lot of the really, really good in-game gear is BOP, so you have to do it yourself. Do you think Lost Ark will pull most of the New World players when it gets released? At first, yeah, and it depends on, like, how New World evolves. So, like, for example, if New World comes out and New World is just, and that's it. It never evolves past this. That's it. So, I don't really know. It's hard to say. I would say that New World probably does have a future, and so does Lost Ark, but I think that Lost Ark is definitely more of like a known entity. Like, Lost Ark has already had like massive proven success across the world, whereas like New World has not. So I think Lost Ark will be much more popular than New World. And I think that a lot of people from New World will play Lost Ark because there's a lot of people who just play every new MMO, right? That's like what they like to do, is play new games. But I think it'll probably shift around based off of content. Beat his dick off. Come on, guys. Good job. Let me actually put on some of my luck gear. Leggings. And helmet. Okay, we're good. You pick Lord of the Rings Conquest? No, I didn't. You ate A&W? No, I never been to A&W. My friend Eric worked there and they fired him because he wouldn't wear the hat. It was like his first job. I remember this, he's like 17 and they kept making him try to wear the hat. And he's like, bitch, I ain't gonna wear that fucking hat. They're like, alright, fucking get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You need to wear the hat. Yeah, he wasn't having it. Yeah, he worked there for like less than a week. question, can you wear a hat? Well, the thing is, like, what they used to always tell us, and like, I like how, like, all of these, like, you ever been to, like, a job? You probably had this in, like, your high school, maybe, or, like, something like that, where, like, they teach you how to, like, write a resume. And, like, basically what it comes down to with, like, writing these resumes is, like, you basically just have to bullshit everything that they can't verify. And it's like, this is what I did with, like, my resumes, is, like, the only resume that I didn't lie on is the one to the IRS. Like, every other resume, like, bro, that shit was fucking, that was, like, this was fiction. Like, straight up, like, this is just absolute fiction. It's fraud? Well, who cares? I mean, like, the thing is, I want the job, so, like, I just do whatever I need to do to get the job, and it's just that simple. Like, I don't really care about, like, the ethics of scamming Walmart or whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. No, it's not fraud. Oh, I don't just, it doesn't matter if it is to me. Yeah, I don't really care. You know why we embellish? Yeah, see, like, that's what I don't like, you know, because, like, I feel like that's just bullshittery. Like, embellishing is lying, in my opinion. Anytime that you're misrepresenting something, you're lying. Obviously, like, if you're telling a story or something like that, you know, every good story deserves some embellishment. That's totally different, right? But, like, it's like, if you're misrepresenting something that, like, actually affects people, then I think that's a little bit different. Come on, give me the loot. Give me the loot. There it is. Two Kirby boys. Let's see what that is in a bit. Doctorate degree, McDonald's. They're hiring me because I was overqualified. Yeah, that's probably why. Life don't matter with good references, yeah. Like, if I, my friends will put me as a reference sometimes, and they'll call me. And they're like, yeah, so, I heard Austin, it's a friend of mine, cured cancer. I'll be like, well, he did, but that was after he killed Hitler. So, like, actually, I'm not sure if it was before or after. It's hard to keep track. And, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, yeah, no, that totally happened. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, whatever it takes, man. Alright, let's see what some of this gear is that we've just picked up. That's pretty good. 24 dexterity. I'm gonna hold on to that. Coup de grace. I'm assuming this is... Coup de grace sounds like a rapier ability, isn't it? Constitution, intelligence, light footwear. I'm not really super excited about that item. That's not a very good one. Mining luck. I don't really know if I care about mining luck. I'm gonna get rid of that. It's a spear ability? Oh, really? And doesn't spear scale with strength? Yeah, it does, so that's actually valuable. Dexterity on a life staff, that's a delete. To me, it's like, if an item isn't perfect, I just delete it. That's it. Dex first and strength. Yeah, but having strength on an item is good enough for people to probably buy it or use it. Can you salvage it? Oh, I do salvage. I had a friend who invented water. Yeah, I mean, look, if they call, like, yeah, he invented water too. I mean, why not? Oh, these guys. Okay. I might be dead here. It's not looking good for your boy. So recently it's like yesterday or the day before, there were a lot of people that were mad about, they were mad at me. And they kept like responding to some tweet that I made like a few weeks ago about Sword Art Online. And I kept getting like these, because I usually don't see quote retweets because I just look at responses and they're not really included there. But I just like randomly looked at it and I saw like there's like 50 people that like quote retweeted like my post about Sword Art Online, because I said on Sword Art Online, I said the first half of the first season was the best representation of an MMO that I'd ever seen, because the entire show was about a high-level male character running low-level female characters through dungeons. And the people are obviously not happy about this comment that I made, this joke that I made. But I've read some of these comments from some of these people. It's just kind of I think that they're mad because like they were like, I can't believe that Square Enix would allow this woman hater. And I said, oh, I use the word females because apparently if you refer to women as females, it's like bad or something. Like I mean, you learn something new every day. Well, let's say that. And yeah. Yeah, emailed. I don't know. I don't get the logic at all. I mean, yeah, that's because there isn't any. It's pretty simple. I mean, you know, I don't understand the logic of this. Like, yeah, because it doesn't exist. But yeah, they were like mad. They're like, I can't believe that they would allow such a terrible person to represent their game. And then like a lot of them, it's always funny to me to see the people that are like, I think the word I think is very good for this is terminally online. These people that like they live their life like they would rather get beat up at school than ratioed on Twitter. Like, they can't fucking handle it. And they've got like pictures of themselves that are just like, you know, ridiculously like photoshopped and let's get the boss. You know, again, mental disorders as a personality. Just like the real losers. And anyways, so these people are upset about that comment that I made. So I didn't even understand. What's weird to me is like whenever something like that happens is like I didn't like whenever I made the tweet, like nobody said that at all. Everybody thought it was like just funny. It's like, yeah, that's good. And like then these people come in and these people, they don't like jokes. They did not appreciate my jokes. Let's kill some of these guys since we have to wait for the respawn anyway. Lord Parko, didn't I res you literally in this exact spot 2 days ago? Oh wait, no, I didn't res you. I res somebody else instead and I left you to die. That's right. I'll get you, bro. Don't worry about it. The power inside rage, turn my online invisible whenever you want. I don't really worry about it that much. Like I don't want to like try to like make people mad or whatever. The thing is with me is like, I think anybody who knows me knows I'm like, it's weird because it's like the exact opposite of people who are like actually like shit people. Like I make a lot of like asshole comments, but I don't actually do anything that's like really asshole behavior. Whereas a lot of other people make a lot of really good comments, but it turns out they're assholes. I watched the new Dave Chappelle stand-up. No, I've read some of the drama about it. I assume because there's so many people angry about it, it's probably really good. It's sad. Why is it sad? It's alright, not his best work, but a few good jokes. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to come back, especially as a comedian. I think there's like very few, I think Dave Chappelle will be relevant, you know, for as long as he wants to be. But it's really hard to keep that edge as a comedian. I think like the only comedian that I can like really think of right now that it's done that is George Carlin. Let's see, who else besides that? Who? George? Oh, I would look him up, man. Like, he was so popular for so many years. Yeah, he's, in my opinion, I think him, there's a few other guys like, Mitch Hedberg, Richard Pryor, like, all these comedians aren't around anymore, but like these guys are just absolute fucking legends. Eddie Murphy too? Yeah. Fucking absolutely Eddie Murphy. Lenny Bruce, Don Rickles. I never really watched a lot of his content, honestly. Jim Gaffigan. I think Jim Gaffigan's really funny too. I do. Dude, I used to watch like that one the one where he did the, I mean all of them now I think have Hot Pockets in it, but like the first one, God, dude, that one was so good. Bill Hicks, Norm Macdonald. I always thought Norm Macdonald was like a less edgy version, a less edgy version of Bill Burr. Where like Bill Burr, it's like he's just talking and he's just being himself, but it's really fucking funny. You know? Patrice O'Neal? Yeah. Yeah, I know Zack's a huge fan. I'm pretty sure of him. Robin Williams stand-up is amazing. I actually never watched Robin Williams stand-up. Humor's dead because of cancel culture, to be honest. Bro, like, yeah, watch George Carlin's fucking... Well, watch his content. That was it's a shock for anybody new. Norm had some pretty spicy jokes too. Yeah, but I feel like he really mellowed out. Like, yeah, I mean, you can definitely go back and watch like the 80s, 90s Saturday Night Live. Like, yeah, 100% he did. But like, I think like anything past like 2005, like was pretty much, it was pretty vanilla. Not in a bad way. Like, I still thought he was really funny. It wasn't like super edgy. Joe Rogan comedy's awful. The only good thing Joe Rogan did for comedy, in my opinion, was expose fucking Carlos Mencia. Remember that guy? Oh my fucking god, dude. If you watch Comedy Central in the 2000s, you knew all about Carlos Mencia. Holy fuck, bro. Like, yeah, I remember that. Mind of Mencia. Yeah, Jeff used to love that show. Like, we'd watch it, and like, honestly, it was like one of those things like my dad and I would watch. It's like, It was like, it would overlap close to like the Daily Show, and like we'd be like, oh fuck, we gotta watch this again. And it's like, it would be funny, but it's more like, oh no, okay, we've got to deal with this. We're ruining that guy's career. Yeah, he did. George Lopez was just better. I mean, George Lopez is a GOAT as well. Like, I mean, 100% he is. Got loot, where's the loot? I miss Jon Stewart a whole lot. It's good to see him sometimes. Sometimes he'll come on the Colbert Show. Like, I feel like the Colbert Show, like at the beginning, like his Tonight Show, I thought it was really good at the beginning, and I felt like, because like the ratings for it were pretty low at the beginning too, and I feel like he kind of amped up a lot of the, it's like there's a lot of like the Trump stuff about like sucking Putin's dick and stuff like that. And it wasn't like just that, it was just like other types of like, it felt like patronizing, you know, in a way. And it was disappointing for me to see that, because like I love Stephen Colbert. Like, I think he's fucking awesome. Like, he was like, the Colbert Report was fucking amazing. Like, I remember it would come on after the Daily Show, and my dad and I, like, I liked it more than the Daily Show. I fucking loved it, man. Where's Post Boy boring commentary now? Yeah, and I felt like he tried to do something different. And like, maybe it's just, the truth is, like, people just didn't really appreciate it. It's unfortunate, but I mean, it's business too. What about Trevor Noah? I remember whenever Trevor Noah took over for Jon Stewart, and people were mad that he made bad jokes too. And I was like, okay, maybe this guy can be good, because there's, you know, there's some funny things that he did. But honestly, like, I don't really know if he's good or not. I just haven't really watched television. Like, I feel like I stopped watching television around the time that Jon Stewart left the Daily Show. Has moments. Yeah, I think so. Like, I don't think he's like, from what I've seen, I don't think he's just like not funny. Where it's like more, I don't know. I'm saying politics is just too serious. Yeah. Do you like Gabriel Iglesias? Fluffy. Yeah, I haven't, man. I can always respect, like, what I liked about, like, what I've seen of him is, like, he's really great at telling stories, and I think that people who can tell a good story on stage, obviously, you know, me, like, I respect that a lot. I think that's really cool. Burnham? I never really watched them. I'm gonna do a few more of these, and then I think, how long does that car event take to do in Final Fantasy? Because I'd like to knock that out tonight. Just get it done. 15 minutes, okay. We'll go do it after this. Probably I'll do like a couple more rotations. Yeah, I can take your time. I don't really give a shit too much about the story. I just want to get the car and have it over with, you know? Social media outrage addicts killed off comedy. See, like, I don't think that that really happened as much as people think it did. Like, you still have like a bunch of comedy specials that are really edgy. Feels like it did sometimes. Yeah. Comics tunnel vision, cancel culture, kills comedy. Yeah, I mean, I think really, like, I mean, there are jokes that jokes that are just kind of like mean-spirited, you know. And I do think that exists. It does happen. Like, is it super common? Is it like a big problem? Like, no, not necessarily. But if you go back and look, I mean, there are some kind of just mean-spirited jokes that people have. But like, I mean, for me, I love like black humor and like dark humor and stuff like that. I think it's great. But like, to a certain degree, it's like there's a difference between like dark humor and like kind of just making jokes to make people feel bad. Or like the joke is like the person's identity or whatever. Like even like accent jokes I think are fine. Like overall, I mean, and like this is another thing where it's like, I'm not saying like nobody should be able to do that. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want, right? Like if you want to tell a joke about something, as long as it's like not like insanely like, it's not like meant to harm somebody, you know? Just go ahead and do it, right? But I think that there's there's not like that big of an issue with it. Anthony Jeselnik funny? I've never heard of him. Oh, what I get? Defiled Greaves of the Barbarian. Did you ever watch Tosh.0? Yeah, I did. The guilty made a joke about Quebec people who joined the guild. They're French Foreign Legion. Yeah, I think that like, the thing is that what you have to remember is like most normal people don't get offended or upset about that kind of stuff. The only people who really do is like a handful of just nutballs, really. It's not something that's like really worth thinking about or worrying about. 262. It's the exact same type of one I have with better stats. I'm gonna just equip this. 572, making progress. Alright, well we've got fisherman's boots. Oh, I thought that was a boss. 2.6. Oh, that's better than what I have. That on. Get rid of that. Alright, back up this. Everything can and should be made fun of. I don't really like I don't know. I think it's like, to me it seems like kind of obvious whenever somebody's making a joke in like a mean-spirited way. And it's like also I don't know. I don't really worry about it that much. Like if somebody's making jokes or like saying things that I don't really like, I usually just stop watching their stuff, you know? I mean, like for example, who's that like female comedian that like everybody hates? The Amy Schumer. Yeah, there you go. Like I don't really like Amy Schumer. I don't think she's that funny. And so like I've never watched anything that she's ever done. Like, I saw a few things, and I was like, I don't like her. And, that was it. You know, I never really, I don't think about it. Like, there's people that, like, always will go out of their way to talk about that person. But like I said, I don't even really, their name didn't even come to mind. It's whatever, you know? Like, I don't really care. Trip to guys. See, like, that's all the stuff is like, I don't really, like, to me, it's, like, I don't need to hear that. It's like, kind of like my mom she'll, like, start telling me a bunch of, like, really, really bad stuff about something. And I'll be like, I already don't like this. Like, why are you, like, what are you gonna get me to do? Like it less? Like, she's like, I can't believe the government would do this. It's like, yeah, well, I don't like the government, so, and the government, you know, the government sucks, so, like, they're doing this thing that sucks, and it's like, okay, who cares? Like, it's, yeah, I've already made up my mind on this. It's like, I can't agree any harder. Dane Cook, 50-year-old dating 18-year-old. I remember Zack really liked Dane Cook. I always thought Dane Cook wasn't funny at all. Yeah, I never liked Dane Cook. Out. Cancel culture. Yeah. Louis C.K. I think Louis C.K. is an example of, like, somebody who did kind of, like, get canceled in a way. Because, like, Louis C.K. was, like, it's like, if you're gonna be a preachy comedian, you better not jerk off in front of women into a fern, you know? Like, you can be one or the other, right? You can be a creep, or you can be a preacher. But you can't be both. A lot of actual preachers are creeps. I don't really think that's I think that's more or less like, I don't think a lot of preachers are creeps or anything like that. I think that it's salacious whenever it happens because they shouldn't be. It's probably just about average as the rest of the population, I would assume. Yeah, they're outliers, and like, because they're outliers and because it's just like, it's such a betrayal. I think that's why whenever something like that happens, it garners so much attention. For the loot. It's massive cover-ups that are a problem. Yeah, I agree with you there. CK got a certain bit of gamer word on his vest. Yeah, I know about that. Absence requirement in Catholicism draws some weirdos. Here's like my opinion on it. I think that a lot of the people that join the church join because they want, and this is like kind of, I think this is not, it's hard to say, this is not really a generous take on it, but I think this is more of an empathetic take on it. And it may be a little bit generous towards their intentions, but I think that a lot of them know that they're fucked up, and they probably join the church because they hope that, like, maybe if they join the church, they won't be as fucked up anymore, right? And, because I think that a lot of those kinds of people who, they're like different types of like really, it's like, let's say you like a type of porn, but you know it's fucked up to like this kind of porn. Like, you know it. It's not like this is a secret. It's not like this is like, oh, well, you know, like, it's not normal. It's kind of kinky, but like, nah, this is fucked up. And you know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. And so, like, I don't think they're delusional. I think that a lot of them are actually, like, they're probably trying to get past that in a way. Which, like, it's not excusable. It doesn't make it better. It just makes it understandable. And I think that you have to understand people in order to solve problems. And if you have to understand why somebody does something to figure out how to make them stop doing it. Man, dang, celibacy is actually unscriptural. Beware of those who do it. Strange Catholicism requires it. You know, I don't really know. Yeah, that's the truth. I really don't know. Talking about Buddha. Yeah, I mean, it's like just any of that stuff, right? It's like people know that, you know, it's like some of the stuff that they're into is weird, right? For example, and I think that's kind of why you see people that have like these perverse desires that go into like religion, because I think they know that and they're hoping that like the religion or getting closer to it might cure them or stop them. And like that's of course like only a section. There's like other people that just want to do it because they think it'd be a good shield or whatever too. It's a spectrum. I think it's a way out. Yeah, exactly. Enjoying New World. I will be whenever I get all the gear, and then I can quit. That's the goal. Get all the gear, complete all the content, quit the game, complain that it sucks. It'll probably take me about 1,000 hours of gameplay. So we're about a third of the way through. Pretty excited. 1,000 hours for 40 bucks, pretty good deal. Yep. But it could be 2,000 hours for 40 bucks if the game was even better. Never settle for mediocre. If you settle for mediocre, that's what you'll get. I want the game to be better than mediocre. I think it has a lot of potential. And your grandmother's no god. Like, I've always said that, like, I think that human beings are about as close to like understanding the mysteries of the universe as like a dog. Like, people don't really understand what's going on. They have no idea. There's no real reason to try to think that you do. I think that people will like start to understand it. In my opinion, I don't even know, like, this is like a meta conversation, right? But like, is like the human mind even capable of understanding existence, right? And like what the nature of existence is. It's kind of like how like the mind can't really comprehend infinity. And this is like infinity amounts of infinity. Infinity squared. For everyone's. I think it's for everyone's. So like, for example, the reason why I think this is because look at like a chimpanzee or like a dog, right? There's like a ceiling on their intelligence. So like you can you know, you can do like the whole thing like, oh, well, you know, in infinite universes, like a chimpanzee can write Shakespeare, but like this is all random, of course. So like there's just limitations that like a certain animal has. Like a cat is never going to be able to speak English. A cat's never going to be able to understand English. It's just not going to happen. And I think people have those same types of limitations. Now, whether like augmented, like AI that's going to be like Neuralinked into your brain will change that. It will like actually increase people's IQ. I don't really know. It's hard to say. Like that's probably, I'd say like 50 years out or so. I think animals can understand to a basic degree. I don't think so. And like, that's fine. Like if you want to say that, then I can just use another example that they can't understand, like chemistry or physics or, you know, any sort of like metacognition or metacognitive idea. Like a cat or a dog or a hamster isn't going to understand that. Doesn't matter how smart the hamster is. It's just not going to happen. So I think a person is more has a limitation in the same way. So in favor of Darwinism? I wasn't really aware that was like part of the conversation. Yeah. I think that the idea of like being in favor of Darwinism is like being in favor of gravity. You know, this is like an observed thing that occurs on its own. Yeah. Do you think humans get dumber over time? No, I think that's... no, I don't think so. I got Perpy Boys. There it is. Bro, I'm getting big loot. You think cringe if someone calls you Zackrawrr on your Asmon Twitch account? Someone call me Asmon? Well, the only thing I find cringe is you put a D at the end of my name. Like, read my fucking name. Does it say Asmongold or is it Asmongold? No, there's no fucking D. How are you gonna ask me if you think it's cringe what people call me, and then you spell my name wrong? I don't care if people call me Zack. I don't care if people call me Asmon. I don't care if they call me whatever, right? Zack or Asmongold or Asmon is fine, you know? Different types of intelligence. Well, what I'm saying is like the scope of like what people knew or like what they have available to them to know now is just like so much bigger. That's what I'm saying. Baldo the Magnificent. Yeah, we can skip that one. I'm gonna do this a couple more times and I want to get that thing. Second computer streamer? Yeah, I do. Am I just killing world bosses? Yeah, this is the whole game. This is it, boys. I appreciate that you joke about your hair. Tough subject for a lot of young men. Yeah, it sucks, man. It really does. Like, I think that it also, like, really sucks. Like, one of the big reasons why it give me a second, I would get a Pepsi. Slightly out of range. Okay, I didn't miss the ball. I think the reason why losing your hair for guys is like such a big thing is because, like, yeah, it's like obviously like the, you know, like you look different and you can't control your appearance and you're, you know, you lose like your agency of how you're perceived and everything. But I think it's also like the fact that like it's like it's undeniable proof that you're getting older. It's aging. Yeah, it's the fact that you're aging. Like that's what fucks me up. It's like, oh man, like fuck dude, it's like my dad's bald, like old guys are getting bald and like now I'm balding. Oh no. What's going wrong? Yeah, how did this happen to me, man? Like, this is some bullshit. I don't think I got anything. No, I didn't. Let's just kill these guys. Just kill them. Just kill them. It's easy. We know we're gonna have to wait anyway. Knock that over. Can we get a hair transplant? Yeah, I might. We'll see what happens. Had friends worried about balding at age 17. Well, I mean, if you... other guys in your family that are bald, and you're 17, like, it could happen. Deception is life entanglement. No, I mean, I think it's like, it's not that deep, you know? It's like, it's people just don't want to lose the way that they used to look, you know? It's just that simple. There's no, you know, grand idea behind it or anything. People just don't want to have that. There it is. Starfall at 14 to me isn't that deep. I guess that's a silver lining. Yeah, like I've got a friend who's, you know, he's like around our age and like a lot of his hair is gray already. Or it's like for me, like I don't have that problem as much. What I get. Is what girls like bald guys? I think like I wouldn't even worry about that, you know, like it's like a girl's not gonna care like what your hair looks like as long as you're not like I mean it's like it could be really stupid and it could make a difference, but like for the most part, like work on your personality and you're gonna probably be doing better than worrying about your hair. Especially as you get older, yeah. I think a lot of guys, how do you work on your personality? It's actually not as hard as you might think. I think one way to work on your personality is to find things that interest you and engage in those things. Spend time doing things that mean something and that are important to you, and do that, right? Like it doesn't matter. Like if what's important to you is like watching anime all day and playing video games, then there are girls. I know this might sound crazy, but there are girls that are like that, and they also want to sit around all day and watch anime and lay in bed and do nothing. I get this one? Nice. It's true. One girl for every 50 guys though. Well, then you better try harder. Listen, if you ever are feeling bad, if you're ever feeling bad about like, oh man, like you know, I'm a loser or whatever, Like, go to one of these, like, subreddits where, like, girls will post, like, pickup lines that guys send them. It's like, really, and, like, you'll realize that, like, just, not calling her a whore in, like, your first DM, like, you're automatically, like, you're probably in, like, the top 50%. You know, like, or not, maybe not that much, but, like, you're in the top, like, let's say, top 80%. Yeah, just be nice. Yeah, no, I really think that, like, in a way, it is that simple. Like, what girl wants to date a guy that's an asshole? A lot of them? No. Yeah, nice but confident and assertive. Yeah, I think that girls like guys that are confident, that are assertive. Like, I'm a confident person in a lot of ways, but I'm not an assertive person at all. I'm very passive in many ways. I don't like confrontation at all. It makes me very uncomfortable. I'm not perfect, right? That's what I am. If you're an asshole, just go for girls with daddy issues. Yeah, there was a girl one time that called me daddy, and I think I just stopped talking to her after that because it was so weird to me. Like, it made me so uncomfortable. I was like, yeah, I have to go. My toaster was in my microwave that was in my cat or something. I have to go. It was so off-putting and weird to me. I couldn't do it, man. Yes. No, I didn't say I need to microwave my cat, no. Mistake, she's kinky as well. Yeah, or crazy. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that kind of, it's just, I don't know, it was just really weird, man. That's all there is to it. Should have called her mommy back. Yeah, I didn't do that. This was going on about girls liking bad guys. Well, there are girls that do that, right? And they, like, no, it's true, right? There definitely are, but, like, why would you want a girl that likes assholes? So you want to be mean? You want to be like a... The thing is, like, if you're looking for, I guess, like, for me, right? Like, if I'm going to find a girlfriend, like, I'm 31 years old, okay? And I have to say that regularly because I just can't come to terms with it. Because to me, like, I feel like I'm, like, I don't know, like, maybe 19? Maybe, you know, like, maybe. We'll see what, you know, we'll see what happens. But, like, that's... I don't feel old at all, really. I mean, I know I am, but I don't feel old. But, it's like, I don't feel... I feel like I'm 16 or 19 until I talk to a 16 or 19-year-old, and then I realize, oh, wait a second, no, never mind, I'm 31. That's usually what happens. But anyway, so, like, if I'm gonna try to talk to a girl or whatever, like, I'm looking at this, like, this is a long-term relationship. Like, I'm not looking to, like, hook up with a girl or anything like that. Because to me, like, I can jerk off in my dark room in front of my computer while I'm AFK farming a rare spawn, and it's gonna be probably, like, it won't be as good, but it'll be good enough. Yeah, it'll be good enough. And so it's like, I don't need to go out of my way to accommodate bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Don't we all jerk off right now? What do you think I did before the stream? Yeah. So anyway, like what I'm saying is like the whole thing, jerk off during stream. No, I've muted this stream to jerk off before. It hasn't been recent, but like yeah, it's happened. I mean, you guys probably could have assumed that. It's not a big deal. Anyway, where the loot is. What was I saying before that? Right, yeah. So it's like if like the girl that I'm talking to is like dumb or she's like annoying or anything like that, like I just stop talking to her. That's it. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. Like it's like I'm either gonna have a problem now or a problem later. That's rude? No, it's not rude at all. Like, I actually don't think it is, because like to me, it's like I don't want to waste her time. I don't want to waste my time. Like, why would I even fucking? Why would I do that? Like, I'm not gonna be rude, right? But it's, you know, I think it's simple. Is the opposite of rude? Yeah, I think so too. It's a good mindset. Yeah. It's the same thing. I usually, like, if I'm interested in a girl, I tell her that I'm interested in her right off the bat. I'm like, yeah, I saw your pictures. I think you're really fucking hot. Do you want to play Fortnite together? And if she's not down for that, fine. Okay. Copy paste, send it to the next one. You'll get one. You just gotta keep fucking, just keep doing it. Like I used to legitimately have a copy paste that I would do. And you're right, it would not work most of the time. It would absolutely not work most of the time. But would it matter? Let's kill these mobs. Like, I'm so fucking sick of y'all skipping all these mobs. Please kill these fucking mobs. They drop loot as well. Not respecting women? No, I don't think there's nothing wrong about that at all. I don't think it's not about respecting women at all. I'm sure girls do the same stupid ass shit too. That's some fucking bullshit. Take it a rest. Be honest with girls, you want them to make you food and housework while you play video games? Worked for 4 years until she got sick of it? Yeah, fucking bitch, dude. Stuck up fucking bitch. Thinks she's too good for it, huh? Disgusting. I'm gonna die again. Fuck. Why y'all so dumb? Like, stop fucking. Oh my god. Kill all the elites after this. Where's my loot? Ode to the Fallen. Oh, it's you guys. Like, what are y'all doing standing up there doing nothing? Why is everybody dead? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Just kill the elites. Like, what are you guys doing? Why is this a thing? Like, we sit there like idiots down at the bottom for the mob bosses one. Just kill these guys. It's so easy. Dating apps to scam, just go outside. Nah, because like the thing is, with the dating app, it's like you can take the shotgun approach. Like, you can't really do that in real life in the same way. At least I can. I know some guys that can. That's not. It's too much for me. IRL. Yeah, I know. Some people that can do that. Like the pickup artists and stuff. It's not me though. Radiate confidence you can? No, it's not about radiating confidence, because like even guys, like any guy that any guy is gonna get turned down by girls for like any number of reasons, right? That like many of them are not really, it's like not even his own fault, right? Like the girl's like already dating somebody, you know, she only dates guys of a certain type and he's not that type, even though he's an attractive version of another type. It's just how it is. So it's not just like radiating confidence, it's like just being okay with getting rejected. Yeah, pickup artist. Yeah, there we go. Too many city ocean about it, rough at first, but great experience. I'm only going for 2 years, all good. Congrats, man. And she eated me at another moment. Another guy started giving her attention. Insists I did nothing wrong, but still feels like shit. Well, yeah. You didn't do anything wrong. I mean, you didn't. It's not your fault. Like, it's just some girls are like that, man. Like, there are some girls and they need, like, so much attention and validation. It's exhausting. Like, it's absolutely exhausting. And yeah, it's annoying, man. And a lot of it comes from a girl, motherfucker, I'm gonna die again. I don't even know what's happening. I know I'm the guy. No